Your correspondent once logged the entire discography of the Rolling Stones on vinyl from London to Brussels, so that a friend from a Baltic state could avoid a €110 charge. Nor is, th- Nor is there much motivation for suppliers to fix the problem. Sellers are enthusiastic about products from low price markets leaking into high price ones. The EU has taken some action. It is now illegal for websites to block consumers from other countries without good reason. This came after the EU officials picked a fight with Disney. When it emerged that Disneyland Paris stopped customers outside France from getting the cheapest deals. And the union has created a database of delivery company charges, hoping sellers will use it to drive prices down. Such interventions seem to be having an effect. In 2010, barely 1 in 10 EU citizens bought something from a website in a different country. In 2018, 28% did. But the union could do more. Indeed, rather than making it easier for lorries to zip across borders, the EU recently tightened its rules to placate Western European countries, which complained the national labor rules were being undercut. Eastern European countries cried protectionism. During a crisis, concerns about lopsided prices can seem petty. The EU is suffering the deepest recession in its history. The pandemic has revealed major flaws in the structure, and fixing them takes priority. But the EU has always been a mix of big things, continental peace, and small things, cheap flights. Lately, the Union's geopolitical ambitions seem to take up more of its leaders' time than the mundane business of cross-border trade. The single market should not become a forgotten child of European integration. Sometimes pricey pampers are as important as high politics. Consumers have to do their bit too. The EU is sometimes criticized for being a top-down institution, confusing voters with grand projects they do not necessarily want. Change can come from other directions. Each country has its own version of the booze cruise. A British term for piling into France, to buy cheap wine. Luxembourgers head to German supermarkets for better prices. Swedes nip over to Norway to stock up on cheap nappies. Doing so online is much easier. Yet most people still do not bother. All Online arbitrage could become an unlikely engine of European integration. But it would be up to citizens. As with nappies, something must start at the bottom. Some things must start at the bottom.